actually, my co-author for both Trauma Proofing Your Kids and Trauma Through a Child's Eyes, Maggie Klein, set up a program in the Austin school system. It's called Trauma Proofing Your Schools. And they're really working on this. You know, bullying is a pretty complex thing. But very little attention is paid often to what is it about the kids that make them so susceptible, that are sort of like the target for bullies, and to help the children, those children develop more of a self-capacity, a self-efficacy through bodily experience, so that they're able to not necessarily fight back physically, but know what to do, know to set boundaries, know to say, look, it's not okay. You know, if you're going to do this, I'm going to tell somebody. You know? And so, again, this idea of, and also working with the bullies when that's possible. Because the bullies, I mean, you know, I mean, obviously they have their problems. Of course. But a lot of times, the kids who are the bullied are the ones that have had the most problematic childhoods.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But both are true. I mean, there's no general rule. I mean, obviously, these kids that have done these horrible, horrible things. I mean, you know that their histories are going to be black. You know that their home life has been horrendous. You know, even if the neighbors say, oh yes, they were wonderful children, a very normal family, and so forth and so on, you just know that there's no way that that's true. And another thing that, you know, they talk a lot about, you know, that the kids who are suicidal or potentially homicidal, that they have these brain abnormalities, quote, that there's not a good connection between the frontal brain and the limbic brain and so forth and so on. But nothing was mentioned of how these circuits develop in the first place. And the way they develop is from our earliest attachments, from the relationship we have with our parents, that we are born to participate in each other's nervous systems, to learn to regulate each other, to learn to share joy and playfulness with each other. And when that happens, these circuits are strong. It's not that these people have like some genetic abnormality. I mean, there may be some predisposing things, I won't deny that, but I think we way overdo the genetic thing. And a lot of the research is showing that even the genetic thing has more to do with which genes are expressed, and that has to do with environment. So anyhow, we get what we sow. We really need to have this understanding that something's dreadfully wrong with so many children, and that we can, if starting at the earliest interventions, I mean, in infancy, that we could prevent, I would say, many, probably the majority of these eventually, the majority of these kinds of horrific things. I mean, a child that's attached to a parent in a good way, they won't be doing things like this. It just won't happen. So again, it really focusing on the societal importance of early attachment and of, again, helping kids not be traumatized. And when you help a child, a young child, rebound from in the aftermath of an event like this, what happens wonderfully is they keep this capacity and they bring it forward in their lives. And they, as the title is, fostering confidence, joy, and resilience.
Resilience, yeah.
So this is so important. And you know, again, this conference tomorrow, somebody just told me that there were 1,000, they expected 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Well, that's really something. It's really showing how people are really recognizing it in mental health, how important, and in the general public, how important these early years are, how important that attachment, that bonding process is, and discovering ways to maximize it so that we have children who care for others, who have empathy, who care for the earth, who see their earth as their home also, their mother. So as a society we have a ways to go, but it's really positive to see these kinds of things taking traction.